Hello there. Thanks for joining me today. These legs, I've saved the best for last. We're going to start this position at the top of our mat. If you would like to grab a block, we will be playing with some half moons. So if you want to grab a block, go ahead and grab that. Meet me at the top of your mat. We can go ahead and bring our hands to heart center, prayer position. Close the eyes down for just a moment here. Rooting down through the feet, maybe picking up those toes, spreading them and lowering them, gripping through the mat, and then picking them up again, spreading them and lowering them. Let's begin to sway forwards and backwards here, just a little movement, nothing drastic. And then let's take that sway left to right, shifting the weight from right to left. Still gripping through the mat, through those feet. Beautiful. Go ahead and flutter those eyelids back open if you had them closed. We can heel toe those feet together. Next inhale brings those arms up and overhead, actively reaching here. We're going to sit back to chair. And we're just going to come to the breath. If you don't want to hold your arms up, you can have them at heart center. You could also bring hands to our hips, just finding what feels good for you here. Maybe sitting down a little bit more. Lifting up those toes will bring us all the way onto the heels. We'll hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to rock forward onto the toes. So lift the heels now. Coming back to that breath. Maybe lowering a little more. And we'll have another count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in your chair. Shift over to the left. Pick that right foot up. A little balancing here. Rooting down through that left big toe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release right foot. Left foot comes up. Rooting down through that right big toe. And let's give it a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, forward, fold. Getting those legs nice and warm first thing. Just take some ragdoll here, left to right. Come up half left. Exhale, we'll fold. Plant the hands. We're going to step the left foot back. Runner's lunge. We're going to keep the hands on the mat. We're just going to stretch into these legs here. Maybe finding that forwards and back rocking motion. We're going to step that left foot forward, right foot back. Runner's lunge on the other side. Feeling into these legs. Should actually feel pretty good. And we're going to take a big step up with this right foot to meet the left. Back in our forward fold. Inhale, we'll come up half lift. On the exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll peel up standing. Roll the shoulder blades down the back body. Palms face forward. Take a big step back, coming into goddess, so pivot on these feet. Hands can be whatever feels good. On the hips, up and overhead, heart center. Coming into our goddess pose here. Just finding a gazing point in front of us, trying not to focus on the actual pose here. Come up on that right toe. Seeing how that feels. Release it and come up on the left. And release it. Maybe trying for both. Rooting through those toes, using those toes to help you balance. Breathing, release the heels, and let's pulse for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Forward fold. Pivot the feet forward and fold. Two more rounds of breath here. We're going to pivot around to the right, and we're going to plant the hands and step the foot back. So we're in a downward facing dog. You can go ahead and pedal those feet, stretch through the back of those legs. Connecting back to that breath. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Next inhale, that right leg goes up, 3-leg dog. We're going to bring it forward into a high lunge. Inhale brings us up, arms up and overhead. Maybe bringing those palms to touch here. We're going to bounce up into our tree pose here. So left foot tucks into that right thigh, or it can be at the calf or the ankle down there. Choice is yours. Hands can be at heart center or up and overhead. Main point is we want to find a gazing center, our drishti. And we want to keep our gaze there to help our balance here. Rooting down through that right big toe. We'll all take 1 more full round of breath here. We'll release the left leg. We'll step it back and pivot on it. Coming in, warrior 2. So open up the arms, parallel position here. Make sure your footing is right. Thinking of pulling those feet together. We're going to come in for our half moon next. So if you want to use the block, go ahead and come up. So we're going to bring the right hand to the mat. Left leg is kicking back. Left arm is up and overhead. If it feels good, you can bend through that left leg and catch that foot with that left hand. Maybe a light kick here. Nice little stretch. We're going to come around for our pistol squat. So this left leg is going to come all the way through. You can keep your right hand on the mat. And we're slowly going to lower into a squat. Like I said, right hand can be on the mat to help with the balance here. This is a very hard pose. Continuing to use the breath to breathe. And we're slowly going to sit back. We're going to keep hold of this foot with the right hand, left hand up and overhead. Nice little twist here. Stretchy twist. And as always, if you can't grab that foot, grabbing this leg is just the same. It's all beautiful. Take one more breath here. We're going to come back through our pistol squat. This time we're going to have peace fingers around big toe. Of course, using that right hand if you need it. We're going to slowly come up to a standing position, however you want to get there. Here we are, standing, hand to toe pose. Tapping back into that breath. This right leg's got this, okay? One more round. We're coming to standing splits, so release that foot, send it back. Hands come to the mat, and then lift that left leg up as far as it'll go. Does not have to be straight. I'm sure I've got some dancers here, but I'm not one of them. But we all can feel like dancers, and that's important. Slowly release left foot to meet right. Forward fold, top of the mat. Maybe interlacing the hands behind the neck. Taking some bobbing action up and down. Beautiful. Plant the hands, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Way to go. Well done, my friend. We'll take 2 rounds of breath here. Next inhale brings that left leg up, 3-legged dog. We're going to roll it forward and step it in between the hands. Next inhale brings us up, high lunge, arms up and overhead. Maybe those palms meet here. Going ahead and finding that gazing point in front of us. We're going to come up into tree. So right foot tucks into that left thigh. Hands on the hips, heart center or up and overhead. One more round of breath here. We're slowly going to step this foot back out of pivot, coming in for our warrior 2 here. Arms parallel. Checking your footing, making sure that you are in alignment. You can see that front big toe. Once again, we're coming into that half moon. So if you want your block, go ahead and bring it here. I like to pull my foot forward just a little bit to come into this. Choice, of course, is yours. So here we go. Half moon. Right foot is kicking back. Right arm is reaching forward. Rooting down through that left big toe. Maybe reaching this right hand to grab that right foot. Nice little kick. Stretchy and strong. We're coming around for that pistol squat. So bend through that left leg, bringing the right foot forward. Left hand can stay on the mat. Not a big deal here. Very strong pose. Breathing. And sit back. Left hand to this right foot. Right arm up and overhead. Nice twist. One more full round of breath here. Beautiful. Pivot back around. Peace fingers around that right big toe. Hand to the mat if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to push back to our pistol squat and then come to standing. Ooh, however you can. That was not graceful at all, but we've made it here, and that's all that matters. Coming back to the breath. Rooting down through that left big toe. Take one more round of breath. Standing split, so allow this right foot to sweep through. Hands come to the mat. Beautiful job, my friends. One more round of breath here. And slowly release that foot down, forward fold. We are at the top of the mat. Go and take a half lift on your inhale. Exhale, we'll fold. Beautiful job. Just ragdoll it out, enjoying this nice stretch in these powerful legs. Beautiful. Hands come to the mat. Let's come on these tiptoes and lower down into our little toe squat here. Maybe bringing the hands to the knees or heart center. We'll just be here for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release those heels down, booty down. Maybe taking a rock and roll with me here. If you don't want to take the rock and roll, we're coming into happy baby. As always, finding what is feeling good, what your body's calling for here. This should feel great to the hips and the legs here. Just pulling down on these legs or feet. Knees towards armpit. General direction there. Tailbone is on the mat. Shoulder blades on the mat. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you made it through that, you are fabulous. That was not easy. And my legs feel that already, and I am grateful. Grateful to be able to move. Grateful for the discipline of me showing up here every day, committing to myself in this temple that I am in. Take one more full round of breath here. Slowly we'll release, hug those knees into the chest. We're going to take the recline twist, so arms in a T. Allow those legs to drop over towards the left, maybe bringing this left hand to this right knee. Gaze goes towards that right hand. We'll be here for 5 rounds of breath. Beautiful. Next inhale brings us back to center. And knees drop over towards the right now. Maybe right hand comes to left knee. Gaze goes towards left hand. Back for those 5 rounds of breath. And now brings us back to center. We're going to take a Shavasana here. Sending those legs long. Tucking the shoulder blades. Palms release to the sides, face up. Allowing the breath to come back to its natural ebb and flow here. Savoring these few moments of calm and peace. Wiggling those feet, wiggling those fingers. We're going to all slowly meet in a comfortable seat, hands at heart center. We are in no hurry. You can stay in Shavasana if it's feeling yummy to you right now. And we all bow to close our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Leg day complete. Way to go. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you for something fun planned tomorrow.